Let's talk about those comments from Mario Draghi. Do you think he's got it right on the inflationary picture, or is he simply trying to talk down the euro here in a bid to keep that inflation going? What do you think?
Good morning, Nancy. I think this is to be put in the context of central bank trying to stabilize and to really bring the market back into the right picture when it comes to the normalization of central bank policies. I think the least thing that they want, whether the Chairman Powell or Chairman Draghi, is to create disruption by expectations that are irrational when it comes to the course of monetary policy. So that's exactly what Mr. Draghi was saying. He warned that we want to, there is a necessity to really stick to the map, to the roadmap, and probably inflation fears are overblown, in particular in Europe, because the labor market slack is still very present. The euro strength is also working against inflationary pressure. So if there is a place among the biggest central banks where the fear of inflation are probably exaggerated, it's probably in Europe. But what it means for the bond market is that, the levels that we have are probably good levels to buy when we look at, let's say, the U.S. Treasury 10 years, to 270, it represents probably a good opportunity. And when we look in Europe, let's say European government bonds are very expensive, but one way to enter into that is to get into the Italian government bonds, waiting for the election that is coming in the coming weeks.
Yes, Didier, speaking of that election, we have already seen some action in the Italian bond markets, getting closer to that vote there. How would you be trading, given that there is an element of political risk attached to this vote?
Yes, I think just, let's say, a few weeks before the election, there will be agents trying to sell their position, so it might be a good opportunity for people who would like to position into the Italian bond. Italian bonds on 10 years are offering yields let's say, higher than 2%. This is to be seen as, in our case, as in the plan to rebuild the core government exposure, because at a certain point in time, we will need this core government exposure just in case the economy starts to slow down. And the political risk is normally a good opportunity to enter and to take advantage of the people willing to sell.